Glenn was so pathetic. On the day he got married, the military sent him a bomb to congratulate him. By the time he got up from the rubble, his wife was blown up with only one arm left. From then on, he took revenge and became the world's largest arms dealer, mainly selling biological weapons to terrorist groups. Simply put, he is dedicated to fighting against the United States. He even transformed those relatives who were killed by the bomb into biochemical weapons and carried out many biochemical attacks. The US government is in a frenzy. The day Chris's Special Forces team received a mission to capture Glenn and rescue the undercover agent he was holding hostage. When they arrived at a villa, they did not see the target person. Special teams continue to search the villa. The candles on the dining room table are burning, proving that the villa is occupied. 3 squad members uncovered the covers in a room, but there was only a toy car inside, and they didn't care. But suddenly, the toy car moved. The zombie who was controlling the toy car in the corner of the room also appeared immediately. The soldier thinks he's just a kid, but the moment he lifted his head, it was too late. Chris heard the sound and came to the room to check. A member of the team was just about to touch the toy car when it was dragged under the bed by the zombies. The previous team members were also turned into zombies. Due to too many zombies in the room, Chris threw a grenade and rushed to evacuate. Zombies also attacked the 2 team members on the restaurant side. At that moment, 2 other team members came to the restaurant, saw the situation, and rushed to escape. They just ran into a corridor. The next second they were split by the sharp thin wire. In the end, the team was basically wiped out, leaving Chris to escape from the villa by breaking the window. Then he meets Glenn. Without saying a word, the 2 of them fought together. Unfortunately, Chris was no match for him and was knocked to the ground in a few blows. But instead of killing him, Glenn unleashed his latest biochemical weapon, a kind of zombie that can identify the enemy's side and ours. Just as Chris was about to be bitten to death, his teammates finally arrived to save him. But unfortunately, the undercover agent had been transformed into a zombie. Chris held her corpse and let out a roar from the sky. Time comes 4 months later in Chicago. In the chemistry lab of a university, Professor Rebecca has successfully developed a virus serum. Before she can deliver the serum to the government, Glenn's henchman Maria infiltrates the lab and unleashes a massive biochemical virus. In no time, all the people in the laboratory mutated, including Rebecca. But with great perseverance, she injected herself with the serum before the mutation. The serum neutralized the biochemical virus in her body, and Rebecca gradually returned to normal. She then walked out of the lab and tried to escape as quickly as possible, only to encounter her assistant who had turned into a zombie. The zombie lunged at her. Scared, she grabbed a fire extinguisher to kill it. Then Chris's team also came to the lab and saved Rebecca. Both were survivors of Raccoon City a few years ago, so they knew each other very early. The reason why Glenn attacked the lab is that Rebecca developed the serum, which greatly hindered his revenge plan. That's why he wanted to kill Rebecca. The 2 of them find their old friend Leon and want him to protect Rebecca together. Little did they know that Glenn was watching their every move. While Rebecca is going to the bathroom, Maria suddenly sneaks in and takes her away. Another of Glenn's men, Diego, also picked up a Gatling machine gun and fired at both Leon, but his shooting skills are really bad. In addition to Leon, 2 survived. The others were all killed. On the other hand, Rebecca woke up and found herself in a wedding dress, tied to the wedding banquet. There are zombies in the boxes all around. That's when Glenn showed up. It turns out that Rebecca and his wife look alike, so Glenn is going to marry her. He also wanted to transplant his late wife's arm onto Rebecca's body. This is unacceptable to anyone else. She tried to break free, but was beaten severely. On the other hand, Chris used the intelligence system to determine that Glenn was in New York. They learn that he is going to carry out a biological attack. In order to save Rebecca and stop Glenn's bio attack, the 2 men immediately took a plane to New York. At this time, Glenn also sent a convoy of tankers and began releasing the virus in the New York City area. It didn't take long for the virus to run wild. Those who inhaled the gas turned into zombies and began to bite those around them. Not even the closest people were spared. The whole city felt like the end of the world. The attack was still going on when Chris arrived in New York. They had to split up. Take care of the tanker first, then rescue Rebecca. They found a tanker truck parked on the side of the road, ready to release poison gas. Leon threw a grenade directly and blew it up. The team members then opened the door of the small car behind the tanker. They didn't expect to find 2 zombie dogs inside. Leon didn't want to waste time and asked Chris to find another tanker while he distracted the zombie dogs. Meanwhile, other members also flew planes to destroy tankers. Maria was affected by the explosion and fell to the ground, which is a bit of a pity. Meanwhile, Leon is being chased by 2 zombie dogs all over the street. Leon fired several shots at a zombie dog. The car behind did not dodge, quickly overturned and exploded and killed it, then used the gun to shoot down the signpost and kill the other zombie dog. The 2 then meet up and come to Glenn's stronghold to rescue Rebecca. Glenn saw them in the surveillance room and he unleashed a large number of zombies. But the amazing thing is that while Leon was killing zombies like crazy, not only is the hair not messed up, even the body is not stained with blood. This is a bit too much. Chris's side is not panicking in the face of the many zombies. He picked up his machine gun and shot wildly, killing zombies as simply as cutting vegetables. But the strange thing is that he is just like Leon. Hair is not messed up, and clothes are not stained with blood. Finally, the 2 met successfully. At this time, Rebecca was injected with the virus. Half an hour without injecting the serum will be completely mutated. To be honest, all the girls in this anime have very good bodies. Chris then found Rebecca and was intercepted by Diego. Even bullets cannot be shot into its body. In the end, Chris relied on incendiary bombs to get out of the way. He made it to the rooftop and met Glenn. The fight between them was a bit awkward. They were less than a meter apart, but they missed each other with 1 shot. Chris took the opportunity to jump to the glass roof with Glenn in his arms. The glass shattered, and Chris finally threw Glenn off the building. Thought it was all over, but what he did not expect was that not only Glenn did not die, but also Diego, who was burned by fire before. So the 2 combined together and turned into an ugly monster. At first glance, the fighting power is very strong. It was Chris' turn to be beaten up, almost killed by the monster alive. Luckily, Leon arrived at the critical moment. A drift plus a slide shovel, tripping the monster, but immediately after, he was grabbed in the hands of the monster, directly to the wall. Leon's physique is really good. Get up and keep shooting. If this were an ordinary person, they would have been smashed incontinent. Chris saw that Leon could still hold up, so he went to look for the virus serum, leaving Leon to fight the monster alone. Good brothers indeed. Leon was once again knocked into the sky by the monster, then squeezed him again in his hand. The monster's nails suddenly extended half a meter long and could kill Leon instantly. But the villains in the movie cannot change the problem of talking too much, and they must talk and talk and talk. At this time, the special team came over. The girl in the helicopter did not say anything and fired the laser cannon at the monster, directly through the monster's shoulder, and with a few tall buildings behind also be destroyed. The monster was furious at this time. He gave up on Leon. It leaped directly to the plane, fingernails through the plane. The girl, nailed to the steel plate. Leon didn't stay idle and drove his motorcycle toward the monster. The motorcycle hit the monster on the plane. Leon instantly shoots the motorcycle's fuel tank and the monster drops with it, but it used a 50-meter long nail to fix itself. At that moment, Chris came over. He pulled out his howitzer and hit the monster's heart with a cannonball, which instantly caused the monster to slag. This time it was really dead. Rebecca inhaled the serum and finally returned to normal. Then they spread the serum in the air through the plane. The zombies inhaled the serum and then returned to normal. What would they think if they regained consciousness and found themselves holding a leg to chew or were being chewed? There is also an egg at the end of the movie. It is Glenn's men. Maria actually did not die. She stood in the rubble and looked ahead, her eyes full of hatred. Obviously, it is likely to continue to shoot the sequel. Well, the Resident Evil CG trilogy is over. Remember to subscribe to my channel. We will see you in the next video.